Alrighty. The music is a bit too loud there. Alright. Hello me ZXD. Welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm gonna prepare a few stuff first before starting the stream, so hang tight. The setting for the stream is still a bit messy here since the last experiment I did. Hopefully this time there will be no issue. Hello company, welcome to the stream. I haven't announced the stream. Yeah, I just started the stream. I was about to announce it right now. I usually start the stream first and then announce it on Discord as well as other platforms. Hello Finish, well Primasen, welcome to the stream. Who is the best Minecraft GFX artist? For that, the one that I know is actually I forgot. I'm not really into the like Minecraft GFX art style thing. I think I remember now. There is Blue Evil that makes amazing GFX, but he rarely works on projects lately. Start the stream before announcing the stream. I won't be able to test this. Alright. Okay. Everything is set. Oh, hold on. I need to turn on my fan first. Alright. Okay. There is a bit of a problem with the stream bitrate here, but from last time it usually doesn't have any issue with the extreme quality, so I don't think will be any issue. Yeah, Beautiful GFX makes amazing stuff. Also Night GFX, if I remember. Yeah, I was also in the server as well, but I rarely post there lately. Yeah, those are the two artists that I know. There's also Finecall, the admin for my server, also make amazing stuff as well. Alright, I think everything is set. Hello, my MC, welcome to the stream. Alrighty, let's start. Hello, welcome back to another stream. The PNGtuber software just crashed again. I really need to switch to another application because this one really likes to, crash. And also there's a bit of an issue with latency. Like my voice sometimes doesn't match with the reaction of the application. There you go. Alright, need to change this setting first. Test. Okay, it's a bit late there, but it's fine. It works for now. Alrighty. I said that many times now. Welcome back to another stream. Another Saturday stream, the usual stream. Last time, not last time. On Thursday, on Thursday I didn't stream because, well, I'm a bit tired there after class, so I'm unable to stream on Thursday. So, yeah. At least it's not a vintage story stream. Yeah, I want to finish the commission work that I have right now, as well as working on another commission work. Besides, I'm not really like a gaming channel here. I mostly play games on stream just as a, what's the word for it? A filler content, because if I just do work, then it won't be that interesting, or at least fun to me, because I'm constantly working over and over again, so it gets tired. So I also do a bit of gaming. And speaking of gaming, Vintage Story won't be the only game that I will be playing, because have you heard the news on Hytale? It's a big news. So Hytale is now finally returned from the dead, thanks to one of the original founder that resurrected it from the dead. Ooh, necromancy. And now they're preparing to release the game in early access. Now, it won't be like a full release. There will still be bugs and stuff, because, well, they're really rushing the release here. But still, I'm really excited with it. I can't wait to start making Hytale style artwork. Yeah. Once I get to the asset for the game. So yeah. Let me open the poster by Simon, the current owner of Hytale. Should be here. I need to open it on my other browser, because that is the one where I'm logged in. At this one. There you go. I'm gonna open the link. Open the other browser for showing stuff. Oh wait, I forgot to switch to second workspace. Right. There you go. Hypixel is already rich enough. I don't care about the Hytale game. Even this game is dead, it's still the server. No, I don't think Hypixel is like that big. And besides, Hytale is not like a big game anymore. Back then, when it was bought by Riot, it was kind of almost like a AAA title. But now, after Riot shut it down for some reason, and then Simon bought it back, I feel like Hytale is more like an indie game right now. Hytale's Hypixel is the biggest server thing. Yeah, but at least for the game Hytale, it's still like an early game. Anyway, here's the post by Simon here. So Hytale will be sold, at least the base game will be sold for $19 or like around $20, which is very exciting because that means more people will be able to try the game at least. So yeah, here's the all the different versions or editions available. My guess is that all of these other edition will be just like additional cosmetics and stuff, but the base game feature, like playing a single player world, multiplayer, and all the stuff like that, will all be in standard mode. So if you don't get like the other versions, you're not missing on anything. You just get a few less stuff that you might not really need, because like cosmetic doesn't really affect gameplay, and you probably gonna get this mostly for like if you want to support the game. Just pay only the base game feature. They already have enough. Yeah. Just start with the standard one. Also, Simon said that you can upgrade to a higher tier later down the line. So if you get the base, if you really like the game, you can upgrade to other edition to get more stuff. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really excited about the game and really want to try it once the early access came out. And besides Hytale, there's also another game that I'm really interested playing on stream. Let me find it here. Let's just get to the modeling. Hold on, just a bit more. Alright, here's another game that I really want to play on stream. It's called Total Chaos. So the story is that this game is originally a mod for Doom. Oh, not the original Doom, it's like a custom version of Doom. But still, the amount of stuff added to the game is like incredible. And now they're making a remake version of it. I think it was made in Unity, or maybe Unreal Engine. But yeah, it's a really interesting horror game, kind of reminiscent of like Silent Hill. In fact, here it says that Akira Yamaoka, the composer for many Silent Hill tracks, is helping making soundtrack for the game, which is whoa. I didn't expect it. So yeah, I already bought the game, so expect to see me playing this on stream. Not now, obviously, but maybe like somewhere on next week. I'll play this game on stream for the first time. Yeah, playing it blind. Looks interesting. Yeah, here, let me post it on chat here if you interested to check it out. There you go. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's start working then. Let me open Blender first. Oh yeah, Blender 5.0 just released like a few days ago, if you didn't realize. It's not really interesting for me because I've been using the beta version for a while. Back, I always use the beta version, so I get the latest feature and stuff. So yeah, is, let me show the about Blender first. There you go, Blender 5.0. Don't play other games yet. You mentioned about the place. You haven't showed it yet. Well, there's still a lot of stuff I need to prepare on Vintage Story before I can start going to the Resonance Archive dungeon. So yeah, I mean, unless you want to watch me hammering out metal for the next 2 hours, that's fine. But right now, there's still a lot of stuff I need to prep first before I can do the exploration stream. Hello, Chris Session. Welcome to the stream. Yay! Looks similar to Outlast. Yeah, kind of have that like the aesthetic, kind of like the Outlast. Outlast X Doom. How much you need to prepare? Where for the armor is almost done. At least for the helmet and the legging, you just need to finish the chest plate. Then I need to work on the backpack next. And then I can start prepping like the other small stuff like food and equipment, and then should be able to go. Hi Astro, welcome to the stream. Who is this rig, by the way? It's the one by Crash Bandit. The commission rig. Right now I'm working on a render for the rig. I always do this for one, so I get stuff to post on my social media, but also to test the rig to see if there's anything missing or need to be fixed. Like for example, here I just realized that there's a bit of a clipping issue with the visual iris here because it was so big, it clipped through the boolean object, and I already fixed it on another version of the preset that will be released to Crash Bandit once the render is done. And there's also the material part of the character that still need a bit of adjustment. But yeah. Can we please get Blender 6 before GTA 6? Otherwise, quit before Blender forever. Well, you sent the video that Rockstar just fired tons of their employee because they're like unionizing. So yeah, maybe we will get like GTA 6 before Blender 6 before GTA 6. I mean, we already got Hytale before GTA 6, so yeah. I made that model, by the way. Yeah, Chris Engine made this model, and it looks amazing. So yeah, let's start. Oh yeah, here's how it looks like in material mode. And now let's start lighting. But for that, I want to check out this sample that Final Call gave me. So I need to change my source here. There you go. So Final Call give me a little sample render with lighting and stuff, and I'm gonna do a bit of a like study on like how lighting is set up, so then I can implement it on my own render. Alright, let's go to it's using GPU compute, but it's quite slow. How about GTA 6 before Boeing 777X? You made the tail way bigger. No. He's porting it from a commissioner. Yeah, Chris Session is the one that make the model in Blockbench. I'm just rigging it using internal rig, so it works on Blender. You can post it and stuff. Alright, so let's dissect this one by one. Where the hell does it keep all the lighting? Inside. Let's put all that there so I can see it clearly. Alright. This background, my guess is this is one emission material. Let's see, shading, emission. Yeah, these are emissive material. Oh, it's because using a different layout. Alright, you can hide this now. Let's focus on the lighting, because I really like the lighting here. So let's start with the first light here. This one is more like a backlight, lighting the side of the character. And this one is a quite powerful light, actually. It's a bit red in color. Then we got this one is a more proper backlight, highlighting the side here. And then here, this one is also a backlight, but this one is much softer. Well, not really a backlight, it's more like a fill light. And then we have the I would like to call this a key light, because this one highlight the face. So these two are more likely the key light. And yeah, that's about it. The same. A simple lighting setup, just what I like, because usually my lighting setup, while looks simple, is actually a bit complicated with a bunch of lights. But yeah, I really like keep it simple, makes rendering easier. Okay, I'm gonna read chat a bit. The tail is sort of a big pain as the model long, because I had to replicate how long and big it was from reference. My guess is that the character is a squirrel, because squirrel usually have a big tail, you know? So it's an antro squirrel character. That's why the tail is so big. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Alright. Now we switch back to my pose here and replicate the lighting. So first thing first, let's start with the, where is it, area light. There we go. Let's start with the side light here, the key light, you could say, because I want the main lighting to come from like this side, and then like a bit of backlight and stuff. So let's do this. I'm also checking out the reference on the side here. Let's make it, I think make it like this is good. There you go. But it wasn't a squirrel, lol. Really? Because I thought that with the big tail, it could be a squirrel, like a squirrel-like character, and so especially because of the ear as well. So what is it? Because other than your posts, don't really know anything about the character. All right, that's one light. Let's copy the color from Final setup here. No, it's need to make it a bit brighter. Does it have a different color setup? Well, I know that using a compositor, so maybe that's why it look different. Anyway, don't have to like copy one to one, just to make it look as close as possible. Alright, next slide. Gonna make it bigger. Move it to the side, like so. Make it like from, no, actually from this side. Make it a bit bigger and increase the strength. This will be the backlight. There you go. Tell us about your lighting tips. Well, I don't know if I'm a good person to ask about this, because at least for me, I don't think my lighting is that good. Or maybe because I'm comparing my work with something like Gum, for example. Is that what you call it? Gum. Let me open it. Like here, for example. Gonna open it on the browser here on Explorer. Here you go. Like when I see this kind of lighting setup, I was like, "Wow, it's so amazing!" And then compared to my render, and it's like, mine looks like crap. But I think, well, to be honest, I'm not really like into lighting. So long that the render for me looks good, that's fine. Also, more lean towards like simple lighting. I feel like the 3-point lighting isn't enough for what you want if you want to go advanced level lighting. Oh, me and that guy follow each other. Nice. He's using PBR texture. Really? It doesn't seem like PBR texture. It could be like standard texture and then set it up on what is it? Adjusting the shader. But yeah, I really like the lighting here. There's also other render that looks absolutely amazing, like this one, for example. Like this one, like how cool is it? It will be nice as a wallpaper for my computer here. But yeah, maybe my skill is just not there yet, and also my focus is on different place. Like Gum probably have been doing renders for a long time, so he's skilled in like lighting and scene setup and stuff like that. Well, for me, I mostly focus on rigging and modeling, so rendering isn't really like my strong skill. Same way with animation. So yeah, need to manage my expectation. Like other people looks amazing, yeah, but yours also look amazing if you look it on the context that, yeah, this is your ability. This is what you can do, and that other people can make their stuff because, well, they're just on the different place than you, and that's okay. You just need to focus on what you're good at. I always do my lighting in Minimator. As well, I base my lighting on Pinterest photos because they look nice. Yeah, same to me as well. Usually before doing any like render project, I go to Pinterest looking for reference, because there you can find a bunch of amazing reference, whether it is photos or their artworks, etc. Yeah, especially for poses. I really like using Pinterest to find pose references, because this pose right here is not something that I originally made myself. Like if I open the pose reference folder here and then open it in the browser again, the main inspiration for the pose here is from this image right here. The artwork of Gangle here, as well as this one. So yeah, I use these two images as a reference for how I want to like pose the character. Then I also use this image that I found that became like the where is it? It became the reference for like how I pose the tail, because the tail is so big. I need to find a way to make it fit on the shot there. Oh yeah, I like to use references from Pinterest. It's very good way for looking at reference, but it's kind of filled with AI. Yeah, there's a lot more AI stuff on the website. There is a way to disable it though, but that's just the unfortunate situation we have right now, is that the internet is slowly filled with AI stuff. Lego. The Lego Minifigure rig. I'll work on that later, but let me give you a sneak peek before. Let me open it here. So it's another commission work. Someone asked me if I could make a Lego minifigure rig for him. It's nothing special, it's just a simple minifigure rig. So here's the current progress of the rig. Currently working on the arm and the tail, not the tail, the arm and leg. Yeah. And yeah, you see the leg there, and the sorry, and the arm. This one is not finished yet, still experimental, but it's mostly working. Oh yeah, these are made using mesh deformer, because I mean the shape is non-uniform. So while I could use like a lattice, it won't deform well. So instead, I use a mesh to deform the main mesh using the mesh deform. I'll get more on this later, but for now, I'm gonna work on the winter character render first. Can you show me the rig tail you did on this model? Sure. I need to open the main preset file here. So the tail rig uses a bendy bone, because it makes it easier to adjust instead of having to manually adjust each control with like the FK setup. But I also add this additional wiggle control here, so you still have like you can still do stuff like this, something that you can find from like Cloud Rig or something like that. Oh yeah, you have the wiggle control here, and then the bendy bone control. Let's move this away. So there's the main control here for easy shaping up, or can easily shape the tail. Then there's the secondary controller if you want more control on each part, like the bottom, the middle, and the top. Oh yeah, it's all made using bendy bone. We just enable this. There you go. That's the bendy bone. And then there's the buffer bone here for the wiggle and the root. And there is now master of rigging. Cool. Nah, I'm still not yet master of rigging. Probably later once I have like a really big project that I work on, that is finished. But for now, I'm still like an amateur rigger. But I do have quite a lot of skill. But I'm not yet the master rigger. Alright. The next lighting I'm gonna work on is the additional light to light this side. So let's duplicate this. There you go. Just a bit, so it's not too dark there. Also need to increase this something like 20. Oh no. There you go. I think this is good enough. Next, gonna add another light for the tail side. So let's duplicate this. There you go. This looks good enough. And yeah, I think the lighting here is fine for now. Next, let's adjust the material here. I'm so confused why there are two bendy bones. What should each of them do? So the secondary controller is the one to adjust each individual side here, because the tail is split into two. You got the top and bottom. So if you want more control, you can use the secondary control. But the secondary control is tied to the main bendy bone control. That way you can easily adjust it as a one bendy bone instead of two bendy bone setup. Alright, for this, I'm gonna call this SSS1. Subsurface, set it to 1, 1. Then scale to a bit too big there. Like Crimson and Burley. Not much, something like point 1. I think is good. Just a bit of subsurface to make it look a bit softer. Yeah. There's shadow here. Maybe I just... Yep, I forgot to disable the shadow here. Yeah. There you go. There's one thing you need to set on a 2D facial rig is to disable the shadow. That way it doesn't cast any like shadow under the mesh. Oh, not here. Like so. Oh, my eyes. Alright. Let's apply the subsurface material to the other parts of the character. Like here. This one is one piece. So I need to set it as a secondary material. Like so. Same with this one. Oops. Wrong material there. Assign, and there you go. The One Piece is real. I'm not really One Piece watcher. Back then, my mom really liked to watch anime. So besides One Piece, she also likes to watch what is it? The one with the samurai. Rurouni Kenshin. There you go. Oh yeah, she really likes to watch One Piece, Kenshin, and then Inuyasha. There you go. So those are the anime that I've been watching since I was a kid because my mom liked to watch them. Nowadays, not so much. In fact, we used to have like a lot of those anime CD. Now it's long gone, which is sad because I really like to watch them again. Well, I could watch them on the net, but I don't know, having a physical CD is a lot more interesting. Your question is going away? What? I already explained it. I have the two bendy bone setup, so you can have you can adjust it like so, but still have a main adjustment like this. Yeah, I could just explain it again later. And I'm just gonna focus on the rendering here. I don't know why, but I really like adding metallic to the hair because it makes it, I don't know, interesting because of lighting. I need to apply it on the other side as well. Yep, it should be all the hair. Now let's adjust the material here. Oh, of course, I forgot to set the weight there. Maybe I like to add metallic because it adds a nice sheen to the lighting there, so it makes it easier to know where the light is instead of it being just on the surface. I think this is good. I want to see the bendy bones in detail, like how you said the bendy bones, because if you feel like because I feel like you did like my setup. Just want to know your setup. Okay, I'll show it again. Actually, you know what? Let me just show it again. So let me open the preset file. Move this away. And enable this. There you go. That's the bendy bone setup. Let's dissect this piece by piece. There you go. So here's the tail setup. We have the main bendy bone setup here with the bottom, middle, and top controller. And then this I call it secondary controller is tied to the main controller. It is just a single bendy bone like this. And I use bendy bone here so I could use an armature modifier to like make this middle controller follow the bendy bone curvature. So if I move it like so, the middle controller here should follow the bend. And then the main controller here is tied to this. This one is just tied to the root controller, while this one is tied to the tip of the buffer bone here. And this is just a setup so you could wiggle the bone like so. Like if I undo the movement, here you can do like wiggle movement like so. And yeah, that's about it. And for the wiggle bone here, it's just copy rotation, as you can see here. The only differences is that the tip here is set to 0.5 because I really like how it bends if the tip is set to 0.5. And that's about it. The middle bone doesn't have any parent. No, it's parented to the main bendy bone using armature modifier. Alright, let's continue. Alright, want to add a bit of metallic to the character here. So that's another material. There you go. Alright, I need to assign this first. So select all of this. There you go. Assign. And there you go. The material is assigned. Now I just need to adjust it. Set to 0.2. 0.75. Specular 0.2. Maybe 0.5 here. And there you go. It's not really that visible. In fact, it's not visible at all. So it's a useless addition, at least for this render. But it will be used on the main preset. Now for the main here, I want to see if I can adjust it a bit more. Like right now, there's no specularity, so you can't really see the shape here. So let's set this to like too much. Yeah, there you go, 0.1. Then for let's test this. Just this. make it look good. Kinda. Just give this like a highlight there. So I think I'm gonna keep this. Maybe not on the preset, but yeah, that's nice for the render. And yeah, I think that's about it for this. Yeah, it's not special, it's just a simple render. Though the bottom of the feet here is too dark in my opinion, so let's add a simple lighting just to lighten it up. Yeah, like so. So it's not completely dark. Alright. I can go to compositing. Now I haven't tried any of these new compositing nodes. So let's try one of them. Let's see. Well, remember, tune image is a really good node for adjusting colors and stuff. So let's give this a try. Contrast will, well, adjust the contrast. Color boosts. Ooh, I like that. Makes the color pop up even more. Clarity. Ooh, nice. It increases the highlight. And then detail. A bit the same, but on like a smaller one. And sharpen. I have no idea what this does. It's weird effect. It's like making the outline glow. What's this? Keep highlight in check by working in log space and working only on values on the values when possible. I have no idea what that means. I'm not a master in rendering. I just adjust stuff until it looks good for my eyes. So it only uses armature modifier. If you parent it, it will give double transformation. Yeah, it will give the like the dependency cycle. My Blender knowledge might be wrong. The armature modifier follows the bendy bone, but not the normal parenting. No, the armature modifier acts like normal parenting, but the difference is that for, I don't know if it's well documented, but when you use armature modifier on bendy bone, it will follow the bendy bone curvature. If you try that with just simple parenting, it won't work because it will just parent to the head of the bendy bone. So it acts like a regular parenting. And I think you can also use a copy transform modifier similarly to the armature modifier, where there's a setting that if you toggle, it will like copy the bendy bone, follow the bendy bone curvature. But yeah. Alright, let's start adjusting. I don't really like this. Let me add my own contrast node. Should be in one of my projects here. There you go. Contrast. Yeah, it's much more subtle compared to this. But maybe it's just because this one has a lot more setting. mean, the value goes up to 5, while this one only to 1. Oh, but the effects is different. This one only adjusts the contrast, while this one also seems to adjust the saturation and exposure as well. Interesting. I didn't realize this. But yeah, I think I would like to have this more bright. So let's add an exposure node. There you go. Crank it up. Then I can use this to adjust the contrast. Something like so. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, there's a lot more contrast and brightness, which is what I want. Next, I want to use this color boost to enhance the color. Set to 0.25. Let's see. Nice. The hair and the jacket has a lot more color now. Then clarity. Let's adjust this. So I get nice highlight here on the leg, the hair, and other part. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, nice. Except that the tail here is a bit too strong, in my opinion. So maybe reduce it a bit, like make it not too strong. Oops, should be 0.2. There we go. Looks nice. I should read more information about these nodes so I can better understand how, not just how, but what it does to the color, to the render. It's just nice so far. Thanks. It's not really like amazing render, but I think lighting looks quite good. I mean, this is what I aiming in the end, just a simple render to test the materials and stuff. That's the setup I use. I didn't know that armature modifier can work with Bendibone when parenting. I only use copy transform. Maybe you already saw my facial rig where I use copy transform a lot. I haven't checked like that deep on your rig, to be honest. For me, it works just fine. And well, I also like to use armature modifier compared to copy transform. I don't know. Maybe because you can use multiple bones on armature modifier instead of just one with that, but I don't know. It's just the way I set up my rig. Hey Mission, welcome to the stream. Currently working on a render here. Let's see, color correction. This is also another node that I like to use to adjust my render. So I have saturation here, so I can increase this even more, make the color pop up even more, like so. But I think I'm gonna use this to increase the color a bit, like 1.4 here, and 1.3. Yeah, like so. Now I think it's make it a bit even more subtle. Yeah. Then is the contrast control as well. Gamma is one like adjusting the brightness and stuff. Gain. Alright, let's see what I can do with the other setting here. Alright. Ooh, kind of like this. Not too much, so something like 0.2. There you go. Now you have like this a bit of highlight here, so it's much easier to know where the lighting is. Like with this one, it's a bit flat, but now there's a bit of like separation here, where the gradient out from being bright to much darker here. Okay, this one, if I want to adjust the front saturation even more, but I think the current one is already good. Render looks quite cool. Really like how it looks so far. Thanks. Hello, Primazin. Welcome back. The only problem with this is I need to use more bones. Yeah, that's also a thing. I'm literally an hour late. No worries, no worries. Copy transform use more bones. I need to use buffer bone and copy transform bone and bendy bones. But buffer art acts as a parent bone. I plan to control bones to it, so it follows the bendy bone. Yeah. With the armature, at least I don't have to use a buffer bone, but I do like to use it sometimes, because especially when you have issue with the control, because there's a bit of a weird thing where the control won't follow the local space transformation. Instead, it copies the world space transformation, so the control becomes weird, and yeah. And that's where buffer bone comes to the rescue, because it creates a buffer parent, so that your controller will follow the buffer location, which is local space, while the buffer will follow the bendy bone. No problem. Yeah. Ah, there you go. I was looking for the setting. I want to make like this pop up even more. Okay, there's two with different kinds of effect. There's gamma and gain. I'm gonna use the gamma setting here. Not too much. Like 1.2. And there we go. I think this looks nice. Let's do a closer check. Oh, I forgot that the neck needs to have the surface material as well, and also the body, though it's not really visible on render, but I'll add it anyway. So select this. Oh, this is actually one object. Well, the main ones already have a subsurface, so let's leave it at that. I'll adjust it later on the main preset. But yeah, I think the render looks nice here, and I will adjust it even more later on GIMP to make, well, final adjustment. All right, so there's another light that I need to add. I'm gonna copy this, move it here to separate this from the other lighting. Then I'm gonna use light linking. LG black dot R. There you go. Now I just need to find the leg. There you go. Put it here. And now this light should only affect the left leg, like so. I'm gonna add a lighting here, so this side pops up even more, because without this, kind of blend with the tail here. So with this, it should increase the visibility, like so. I wonder, not too bright. Wonder if I disable this a bit better, but then I lose the backlighting. What if I move this further back? Makes this side a bit darker. Yeah, I think it looks good. I need a different material here, because I want this to have a lot more subsurface, like 0.5 here. Maybe I should change to armature setup, or should I switch to my current setup? Well, it depends on you. Just keep experimenting and see what works well. I think you scrolled the chat, by the way. By the way, what's your preferred shading setting for rim lighting? If you do them, just wondering. Rim lighting. For rim lighting, the way I create rim lighting is usually by using subsurface scattering and a powerful light. So in this case, for example, I want to have like more lighting on the rim. I just need to crank up the subsurface a bit more, depending on how much you want the rim lighting, and then have like lighting on the back that is quite bright. That way you have like a nice like rim like this, for example. There are other ways to make rim lighting, but this is like the simplest way that I like to use, because the other one, if I remember, need to have like a pretty advanced compositing setup, and yeah, I not really like it. I realized the chat is fine, it's just the upside down. Oh yeah, it came from the top to bottom. How did you get the compositor node group preset? Was it built-in node for Blender? Yeah, this one is a built-in inside Blender 5.0. So when you install Blender 5.0 and go to the compositing setup, you should have this open. In fact, let me save this and open a default project file here. And if we go to the compositing, there you go. Should be here. The the compositing nodes. So if I open this, then add a vignette. There you go. Just drag and drop. And actually, I should make some of my own compositing nodes. That will be nice. Oh yeah, it's a new feature in Blender 5.0. Same thing with the new nodes. There are new nodes that came into Blender. Like one of them is the new array modifier, where unlike the old array modifier that is hard coded in Blender, this one is made using geometry nodes, like so. Wow, that's actually that's quite a lot of nodes actually. But yeah, it's a new array modifier, and what really cool is that it has gizmo, so you can easily adjust it in the viewport without having to deal with the setting here. You can adjust like the rotation, scale, etc. Yeah, really nice. There's also other modifier. For those, you could just check on yourself. I should use Blender 5.0. The feature they added is good everywhere, every time. Yeah. Though you need to be a bit careful because 5.0 is quite a big jump there. So some stuff might not work. So be careful. Make sure you back up your project file before you open it with 5.0. And there's also the compositor preset. Yeah, compositor now has its own tree here, so you don't need to. You could like import your own tree and maybe use like multiple compositing tree in one project. Yeah. Anyway, I think the lighting here looks good, so I'm gonna first reload and then let's see, textures, UV, let's just open compositing. There you go. I'm gonna render this, and in the meantime I'm gonna take a look. So just wait for the render here to done. Oops, I forgot about the background object here. I need to disable this like so. Right, I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the toilet first. Right, I'm back and render is done. I already gave up. I'm not gonna learn geometry nodes. I hate it. Yeah. The background looking big. Well, it's not even done yet. I'll work on the background later on in game. But yeah, geometry node is like very difficult to learn. In fact, a while ago I posted on my server the project file by Arendelle. In fact, I do have the project file here, so let me save the render first here. Alright, so let me open the browser here and find the video. So for those who don't know, Arendelle is like, or you could say, the master of geometry nodes, because there is a let me open Blender as well here, because it's really good at making stuff with nodes. So good, in fact, that he could make a whole scene all using nodes. So Blender splash screen. What is it? Demo files. There you go. There you go. Found it. So for those who remember this splash screen on Blender 2.93, this one is made by Arendelle, as you can see on the credit here. There you go. There's my cursor. There you go.
I'm Aaron, and I am a procedural artist working in Blender.
There you go. Now, as you can see here, look at that. A whole bunch of nodes. So this whole scene here was made all using geometry nodes. All using geometry nodes. Like you can see the procedural flower here.
We start changing stuff and realize that even though the whole scene is finished, we can still come in and
There you go.
change something like the number.
You can adjust the flower procedurally. And then like you have all of this setup here. Now, a while ago he posted this video on his YouTube channel. It's a November challenge where he's creating. He made this armor right here. But what really special with this one is that it is made all using geometry nodes.
Back to
Again. Like, let's turn off the sound here. Like here, he's modeling the armor plates like procedurally here. I have no idea how it works, but my guess is that using like curves to create like the surface, something like that. Oh yeah, like look at that. Like I never thought that something like this is possible. Usually for the detailed model like this, you need to manually model it, like using a mesh and stuff like that. But seeing it procedurally made like this is like mind-blowing. Like there you go, you see it's building the other parts of the armor there, and he did like amazing work at adjusting the details there. Like all this little flare there on the model, it's like how did you do that? How you precisely adjust the model procedurally like that? And then we're getting into the details here, the procedural details, and then as you can see there, like how, like I know it's possible for me, like if I like force myself, I think I can make something like this, but it's just that to not visualize, wait, to think all of this, it's like how you could like imagine all this, like this gotta be a lot of logic and stuff. And that's actually the main problem with learning geometry nodes, is that you need to think very differently if you want to do things procedurally, and that's what makes it difficult, because you need to know a bunch of logic and even maths and lots of stuff. Oh yeah, but in the end the result looks amazing. Like, look at that, so much detail, all using nodes. Even this, like, what? That's crazy
stuff.
He's the only guy in the world to know that shit. The only guy who's no geometry knows in Blender. Yeah, and this, as well as Cartesian Caramel, is the people that I know is really good with geometry nodes. In fact, Cartesian Caramel actually just added a new feature into Blender, the geometry attribute node. So yeah, it's not just an amazing creator, it's also a great contributor to Blender. As you can see here, he's experimenting with nodes again. Also, remember, nodes are basically programming. They're the same as programming. The only difference is that you program it visually instead of using codes, which make it a bit easier. But still, if you're terrible at programming, you're also terrible at nodes. Alright, now let's continue in the work. Already done with this, so I could just save that, close it. Now I just need to open the render file in GIMP and start editing. Where is it? There you go. Open with GIMP. Now, GIMP usually takes a while to load here. Alright, got it loaded. Let's open. Here we go. Hold on, I need to open the project file again because I forgot to render the background object. People are on different levels. They'll probably do that thing for a while and get good at it. Yeah, I think Arendelle is before geometry nodes use animation nodes, like an add-on that do almost the same thing as a geometry node. The PNG tuber avatar just crashed again. I need to shut it down. But yeah, he's already good with the procedural stuff. That's why you can do all the things you can do in geometry nodes. Test. There you go. Right, you need to go back to Blender. Here, I'm gonna render the background object for the shapes. This I'm just gonna set it to custom and then render viewport preview. There you go. Alright, now we can continue. If you see a guy with a beard and messy hair like that, you already know he knows a lot of stuff. Yeah. Alright. Let's start setting up the set the background. Alright. First I need to create a new layer group. Open the shape I just rendered. and then gonna add a new layer, put this one in between. Now for the background, I don't know what should I use. Maybe I could use the one from Pinnacle's preview sample here. So let's open Blender again. Compositing. There you go, rendered. I don't need that much, so let's set it 10 seconds. I just need to render so I could like copy the color here from the background he made and use it on my render. There you go. There you go. Save. Now you can open it here. There you go. I really like the pose here. Just that I preferred like this one because, well, I want the render to show the whole body. But this one I like because maybe I could make like a separate render. But for now, just copy this and paste it here. Then I add a new layer. Oh yeah, also need a new layer group and put this in between and add a new layer. This way I can create the background shape non-destructively. So I'll set this to erase. Then I copy the color of this. Paste it here. Set this to erase. And there we go. I feel like it's a bit too bright for the scene. Maybe I could adjust the lighting here. Increase the exposure. The main problem is that it kind of blends with the background. So maybe I just need to make it darker. I will have to check the Blender example again. Let's adjust the exposure here a bit. 0.4. Then this one is the contrast. Oops, accidentally close it. No, don't think this is a good way. So maybe I should change the background color. The Model Bench user do such a cool stuff that I never do in my life, my entire life. Yeah, they're really good at like making models that is like really fit well with the vanilla Minecraft style. Alright, I think I'm gonna need to like change the background color here. Let's make this darker. Like adjust the exposure here. Like -1. Same thing with this color exposure. It's not too dark. Something like this, perhaps. But I feel like it doesn't really have like a good synergy. Maybe I could use the texture instead. First, I need to save the. Oh wait, I already have the texture saved. Alright, gonna need to open it here then. Open with GIMP. There you go. Let's see. Let's copy this. Oh, I need to disable this first. And paste this one here. There you go. Yeah. I feel like this one fit a lot better with the render. I just need to adjust the lighting here, like make the background object pop even more. I think the car looks brighter, look a bit better. Okay, now it's big. Yeah. Now I just need to adjust the color and stuff. Like I think the exposure is good. Saturation. No need any changes there. I have no idea what that does. Shadow highlight. Is there anything I could improve with? I thought GIMP just crashed. Oh, I can improve the highlight here. Right, that's nice. Add a bit of this. Kinda like it. Let's make it 60. Yeah. Okay. Brightness contrast. Let's see. Oh, I just realized that you can't see the pop-up here for. Don't know why. You should have picked it up. But maybe if I change this something like so. Will this? No, it doesn't do anything. Like you can't see the drop down menu here as well as the window or each individual setting. Oh well, that's just obvious setup there. Is simplistic a bad thing? Nah, it depends. I think simple looks cool when it's used for or made right, but some people prefer more stylish. Yeah. For me, at least for this, because it's just a test render for. Well, I always do a test render on my character commission, so yeah, it doesn't need to be something like super amazing. just need to be, you know, to make so I can see how it look like, and also so I get something to post. The very complicated way is just painful. You often mention a lot about being simple. Yeah, because being simple is, well, nice. Kind of sound like a wise man. But yeah, it makes it easier to do things. Like you start with simple stuff first, and then you go more towards more advanced thing if you need to. But always start simple. Like rigging, you know? If you start with remaking Ice Cube, then kind of shoot yourself in the foot because, well, you might be able to make it, but it will take a long time, and it will be very difficult, and you're probably gonna give up in the middle there. But if you start with like a simple rig first, then you could finish that one quickly and move towards the next step. Also, how am I gonna reset this? Transform canvas. Okay, I forgot how to reset the transformation. Should be in view, flip and rotate. Here you go. I hate it that whenever I click shift and then like middle click, it always rotate the canvas, because shift middle click is how you move in Blender. So yeah, I think this render looks good, at least good enough. What do you think? Is it good, or is there anything that could be improved? Because at least for me, I think I'm satisfied with this one. I just need to maybe do a bit more adjustment and then add my watermark, and that's it. I should be able to post it later. Render is amazing, looks very good and nice. Good then, nice. All right, I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna continue this later. Right now, well, as usual, I'm gonna be washing dishes first. And then we continue with the Lego minifigure rigging. So yeah. There you go. Cancel. It's safe now. Alright. Maybe try to add black lines to make character look like popping out the screen. Oh, like a shadow, like a drop shadow, something like that. Yeah, I could try that later. But for now, I'm gonna wash dishes so we can continue the stream. So hang tight. So I'm gonna change the background music, you know. Let's use this, the one from the previous stream. Yeah, right then. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. It took a while here because my dad hasn't come back, so I need to do all the additional night prep, like taking the trash out and locking the doors, etc. So, yeah. Got pretty busy with stuff. I can't be stream for a while. Sorry for not chatting here much, though. No problem. See you next time, Kisajin. Thank you for joining. Anyway, now let's continue with the Lego Minifigure rig. But before that, I want to try that suggestion there to add a drop shadow to the character. So let's open Blender first so I can render the background object for that, the silhouette. Here we go. Should go to shot, custom, and render. There we go. Hey there, you mentioned robot your suggestion. Which one? Should duplicate the character and blur it, like a background blur character thing. Well, let's give that a try. So duplicate this, and then filter, blur, ghost blur, something like this. I don't know. Just make it look ethereal though, like an angel or something like that. Cool effects, but I don't think. Maybe a bit would look nice, but I don't know. I'm gonna try the drop shadow first. But that's a cool effect though. I should try that on other project. Alright. First, I'm gonna need to import the silhouette I just rendered. Then I'm gonna need to move it a bit and make it subtly dark, like so. Like this. Huh. It does look nice though. I need to put it on a new layer group. There we go. That way I can move the whole. There we go. Okay, move the whole layer here. Like so. Yeah, I think this looks good. The additional silhouette drop shadow there. The outline looks awesome. Nice. There's one with no blur. The main character is focused and blur away from the main character position. Space to move it to the right. So maybe like duplicate layer. Then let's add like a blur a bit. Oh, forgot to put it down. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. At least for me. Let's keep it like this for now. Alright. I'll continue this later. Now, let's work on the Lego minifigure rig. Yeah, forget about my switches and it looks awesome. Alright, where is... there you go. Open Blender again. There you go. Now, the leg is mostly done. What I want to work next is the arm. It's setting up the constraints and stuff, and then I'm gonna work on the torso and the head and the hip as well. Right. All right. First, let's import, not import. Let's add a constraint here. Start with the FK. That's transformation. It be copy transform. Then copy transform again. This would be the FK. And this will be the IK. There you go. Next, I should add custom properties. Copying this one for the IK FK switch. There you go. Copy the description here. And there you go. Just need to actually I could just use this. Copy that, paste it here. I just need to edit the CTL here, the bone, to arm. What? It is arm. CTL dash. It's because it's on the wrong rig. There should be arm. There you go. Now copy this, paste it here. Now the deform bone should follow the IK bone, like so. There you go. Next, gonna add a driver here. For this one, I could just copy this, paste it here, then edit this the arm. For arm, wait, what? There's no deform from arm. Forgot. I copied this from my like MC preset. I forgot to change the prefix there. Edit that. There you go. If I remember, it should be negative. So the driver should work. Yes, there you go. There you go. Now I just need to add a limit to the IK here. 0, 90. No, it should be reverse. Minus 90, 0. There you go. Now it only bend till 90 degrees before it stop. Well, at least that's how it should work, but or maybe because of the IK here, that it is not like not straight. That's why there's this weird thing. Let's see. Y limit Y limit Z. There you go. What if I set this to 0? Then it won't bend. Alright. This is the kind of behavior that I want. Yeah. This is the correct behavior. I'm back again. Hello there. Lego. Yeah. This is another commission work that I'm working on. It's a simple Lego minifigure rig. Just try this. Only use the blur, then move the blur far away from the character. Experiment to move it. Does the blur in game or in Blender? Because if it's in Blender, then I will need to adjust the camera focus. Alright. Now for this, I need to add a limit rotation. I need to disable the Y here and set this to XYZ. There you go. And then limit X minus 90, 0. There you go. Effect transform local. And there you go. This should now only rotate in X. And you can rotate it any other way. Right. Blur on game, the commission character. Alright. I'll try that later. Ouch. Alright. Gonna test the FK. There's this weird thing here. Like it finished at here. Maybe I could just increase that. Weird. Maybe it should be 75. And it's 75. Yeah. This one is much better. But this is the original setup I have. I think this one is good for now. But that means we need to adjust that as well. Yeah, there I go. All right. Yeah, KFK switch set. Let's add a bone shape for this. And I think I'm gonna use a cylinder. So let's let's add a cylinder. Nothing too there you go. Not too resolution. I mean too detailed. It's just a bone shape. Then gonna delete only faces. Now became wireframe. BSP-cylinder. Move it here. And for this, gonna use cylinder. There you go. Rotate it on here. Gonna focus on this so it's easier to adjust the bone shape. Like so. Here's the main hand control. And for the claw, just gonna use a square. At this, I guess I haven't imported. I need a square, sharp bone shape. There we go. Square sharp. We got an Lego rig before GTA 6. Unfortunately, this is a commission rig, so I can't make it public. But I asked with the commissioner if I could like reuse the model to make another version of this rig, but more advanced. Like maybe adding like a custom 2D facial rig that mimics like Lego facial rig. And he said, okay. So yeah, maybe someday in the future there will be like a Lego preset, an Enric Lego preset. But not now. Right now, this is a commission rig only. And speaking of the preset, once I got my hand to with Hightail and get access to all the assets and stuff, I will definitely make a preset for that one. Like imagine that Enric Hightail preset. Ooh, that would be cool. I need to see it like this. There we go. Alright. This one also should be square sharp. 90. Need to move this down. Like so. And yeah, it should be it. Now I just need to mirror it to the other side manually. There we go. And there we go. Just need to adjust the wire width. And ta-da! The hand should be done. Oh. There you go. Now it's aligned. I should increase the width here a bit, like 7.5. Nice. Don't forget to add opacity of the blur. Right. Okay. Now this part is done. The next thing I'm gonna work on is the torso. Let's start by setting the 3D cursor, then add then add an armature. Rig torso. Now making the rig here manually because I don't know, just bored using the NRig preset NRig modules all the time. So let's try to manual setup. Plus it will make it better because the rig will fit well with the model instead of adjusting already made modules. Need to make it smaller, like this. This will be the CTL torso, the main torso, and this will be tied to the hip here, and then to the cursor there. There we go. This will be the bendy bone. All right. Set this to 0. And then duplicate, snap it on top. Duplicate, snap it down. Change the display to P-bone. Change the scale, maybe like 5 times. Then scale it again twice. And then let's see. I need quite a resolution here. So 16. Yeah, 16 is good. tangent, then parent this to here, keep offset, add a stretch to like so, set the bone for the control here. Why is it it's because I need to reset this to the center, and also need to reset the length. And there you go, the bendy bone for the spine. This will be bdy dash torso dot body. This one gonna be the tail. This one gonna be the head. Now we got this. Could just T3 cursor there, and we should have the bone here, not in the middle. Increase the length and snap it there. Wait. Snap selection to cursor. There you go. This will be the CTL chest. This will be parented here, and here gonna parented to the main torso. Same with this one. There you go. Right, I need a bone shape for the torso, the chest. There you go. Let's use the bone shape from Henrik. Set it there. Increase the scaling. There you go. This will be the control for the torso. I need to make it a lot bigger here. And for the torso here, I have an idea to make a custom bone shape for this. For that, I will need to snap it there. The 3 cursor, I mean. Then here, I'm gonna set this to the cube. How big is this? 10. I need to scale this to 10. Match the bone size. Then X only face. There we go. Gonna move. I need to rotate this. First. Oops, that's rotated on the wrong side. Should be like this. There you go. Move this down, and this as well, till it match with that. Need to move it here. And there you go. Then I will need to add this part right here. For that, need to add a cylinder 12 is good. Rotate Y 90. X only face. Actually, let's select all of this. Separate selection. That way I can snap it here. I can select this. There we go. Snap it there. Zero out on the X. Then scale it up. Scale it on X. Apply rod, scale, and join. There we go. Nice. Let's move this down. And this one up. There we go. Okay, I need to change the name on this one then. Where is it? ESP chest, because this will only be used on the chest. And this one gonna be ESP torso. There we go. Move this here. Disable. And there we go. Wait. Why is it the form like that? Oh, is it because the bone roll? Let's clear our row. No, it's still the same. Alt P clear parent. It's in tangent. Same setting I used before. It's because it should be on tail instead of head. There you go. All right, that should be it for the torso. Well, I need to test it out first. So armature, put it on top, set it to the torso, copy the bone name, assign everything, and there you go. It bends. There's a bit of weird thing because the inside of the mesh here, but it shouldn't be visible in render. Now let's stress test this then. Bending here, no issue. Here, no issue. Here, no issue. And here, no issue as well. Nice. Right. Okay, I think it should change this to CTL, so you can have like additional control for the rig. I mean, for the torso. For this, gonna set this to square sharp. $90. Scale it up till it match up like so. And there we go. Well, maybe I need to increase it a bit, at least for this one. Like so. And for this one, I need to reduce it a bit. Like so. And there we go. That's the torso. Oh, cancel. And for the head here, I won't do anything like complicated. I'm gonna just use Enric module for this, the head module. So let's import that. Head, there you go. Move this into bone shape, and this here. Snap that, and it should be quite small here, so I need to scale this to like this size. Apply scale, and the stretcher gonna go haywire, so I need to fix that. Snap it there, reset, and that should be it. We need to move this up higher, like 3. Maybe it's 75. Yeah. And there you go. That should be it. The request is just for a simple basic rig, so no facial rig. I won't be adding that. And yeah, I think this should be all I need. Just need to like prepare additional stuff like the what is it? Forgot. The parent tree, then setting up the formation and stuff, and it should be done. I just need to build the rig, and yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, it's currently 9:96 here, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here, because just like before, I don't want to stream too late into the night. Even though currently it's weekend, but I don't really want to worsen my sleep schedule, because like yesterday I can't sleep for like until 3 a.m. I do get some sleep, like 2 hours of sleep, but that's about it. The rest is nap, and it's not good. That's why the Thursday stream is I didn't do Thursday stream because back then I also have issue with sleeping, so I can't do stream because I'm tired. Alrighty, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much for those who joined, and I'll see you again next time. It should be on Tuesday if I could stream on Tuesday. You keep saying this. Yeah, it's the I don't believe you anymore. Hello. Well, I say stream on Tuesday and Thursday, but it depends on the condition. If I can stream or not. But if I can stream, then I will stream on Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, see you there. Anyway, let's just end it here. Bye.